Hiya, and thank you for joining me here for this review of the Lego Movie 2. Now, the Lego Movie 2 stars Chris Pratt, Elizabeth Banks, Will Arnett, Tiffany Haddish, and it's following up on the success of the previous Lego Movie, which was from Lord and Miller. They're still involved as producers, this one, but they didn't direct. And it's coming on the tails of a kind of diminishing returns with these Lego movies of late, after the Batman and then the Ninjago movie, which again didn't do quite so well and certainly didn't capture a lot of the original, let's say, enthusiasm, at least at the box office, for the first Lego movie. Now, this one has kind of brought back all of the original cast. It's got a lot of the same ideas. It has kind of widened its universe in a very Toy Story kind of way, with more of this dynamic of the real world and imagination, how that affects the world of Lego, but it's quite confused as to it feels quite confused as to what is real and what isn't. It's got that Toy Story vibe, but in Toy Story it's a very, very clear sense of what's going on. The toys are alive and the humans don't know it. That's essentially it. They are alive. You can play with them, and they like being played with, but they're alive, and when you're not there, they'll come to life and they'll live their own life. In Lego, this is kind of blurred. You're never really sure how much of what's going on is the direct imagination of the kids, and whether there really is a sense that the Lego are alive anyway, and they are, they're conscious of what's happening, and they can move independently. That line gets blurred a couple of times. It's never clear exactly what is going on with that. And I thought that was a bit confusing in the film. It's got some funny, smart, clever moments, but it's by no means a funny film. And I probably chuckled 2 or 3 times. My daughter, who came with me to see the film, did likewise, just a couple of small laughs here and there. But whilst it reprised all those old characters and a lot of that original idea from the first movie, I find that at times a little bit boring. There were plenty of times during this film where I wasn't captivated. I was kind of waiting to get to something or some kind of conclusion. And for that, it was a little bit of a disappointment. I would give the film a 6 out of 10. It's a decent film. It's not anywhere near the heights of the Lego movie. And I might be being a bit harsh on it, but I kind of didn't see the point of it. Essentially, it was a nothing film. I don't think it added much at all to the original film, and therefore there really wasn't much reason to have made it in the first place. It was just there for the sake of being there. I think this might be a moment when the whole Lego franchise perhaps struggles with what it's going to do next. I'm not sure of what is the next thing that you can do with Lego, unless you completely separate out this human world and all of the convolutions that brings with it, that kind of moralizing on the subject of kids and friendship and all that kind of stuff, this hidden message, and you just go pure fun, pure Lego reality world. Maybe just do something along those lines. Maybe that's the way they could take this forward, because at the moment it's almost trying to be a bit too clever for its own good. Anyway, have you seen the film? What do you think about it? Did you enjoy it? Is it something that you were, interested in, or, has this kind of whole thing really just passed you by? And, Lego's kind of one of those things that's not really that interesting to you. Let me know in the comment section down below. You can reach me through my email address, which is juliettesnoir@gmail.com, or through my website, juliettenoir.uk. Look forward to talking to you again soon in the next video. And as ever, bye. Bye.